Good morning, Anya. It's Monday. I had a revelation a while ago, and it has taken me this long to talk about it on a public channel. So, Anya, 5 or 6 years ago, I learned about these things called introversion and extroversion. It was shortly before camp that summer. Anyway, throughout that school year, I had decided that I don't really care for people that much. I'm not sure if it was just because I hadn't met any friends that I would consider close, or if it was part of the whole brain and body renovation that started around that time. The point is that I was confident that I was introverted at that time in my life. Then camp happened. For those of you who don't know, I've been going to this summer camp, if you can call it that, 1 or 2 weeks out of each year since I was 9. The camp itself is irrelevant, but since it means a short amount of time spent around lots of people, my feelings were mixed. Near the end of the session, I remember thinking distinctly that I liked people. Throughout the years after that, I usually defined myself as being introverted, though I'm not sure I acted like it. Another phenomenon that occurred in a similar amount of time was the acquisition of real friends who are closer to me than family. Still, despite this, I usually maintained that I was an introvert. I maintained that my alone time was paramount and human beings could take the back seat. Fast forward to about a year ago, maybe less, I became familiar with a man named Steve Zaragoza on YouTube. I'll point you toward my favorite video of his, link in the doobly-doo, but that's as far as my recommendation goes, at least for younger audiences. You'll quickly see that his ability to be himself, even in public, is admirable to say the least. That was sort of my inspiration to be not so kept to myself. It's not like I was shy or a quiet person, but I really liked the idea of being myself as loudly as I felt like. Because of that, I feel more like talking to people, in general. I think now that would put me in the field of extrovert, right? Sure, but this isn't the first time I've felt this comfortable around people. It's happened, but only around the good friends that I mentioned before. The thing is, they all live in various places that are no less than 30 miles away. I say no smaller than 30, but most of them live more than 100 miles away from me. What's more, I'm 19 and have no driver's license. Or a car for that matter. All I have is a motorcycle and it's in pieces right now. And I'm not a mechanic. Keeping these facts in mind, I have a theory about myself. I think the only reason I was so introverted throughout my adolescent life was because it hurt less. I didn't get to see my good friends on a daily basis. I still don't. And it hurts. So I'm guessing that introversion, for me, was a coping mechanism. Again, though, it's a guess. So I guess technically it's a hypothesis? You tell me. Though, let me know in the comments if this sounds familiar to you or if I'm just a freak of psychological nature. It's just something odd I thought you might find interesting. Yes, I say odd and not sad or tragic because, in the slightly modified words of Lee Newton, nothing in my life is too hard right now. Please don't misconstrue this as me complaining about my life. I'm just curious if my presently meager audience feels anything like this. Now that I've talked about me for so long, let's talk about you. You might be surprised by the fact of there being more than one video uploaded this month. But guess what? I have 4 videos planned for this month. Originally I said 20 minutes, but the Mario 2 video proved to be a little difficult to condense. Or maybe I'm just bad at it. Anyway, I don't know if it'll be each week, but they're coming. One of them is a short film like the Random X, in that it's short and it's a film. However, I think this one will make sense by itself and not be a parody of a video that I made a long time ago that I shot in the course of an afternoon and made up as I go along. Went along. Grammar. And just for you beautiful people, I'm gonna let you know what the working title is. Right now, the working title is Made You Look. Get excited. Tell your friends. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my run-on sentence of a video. Anya, I will see you on Friday, I guess? That's up to you. Catstronaut. Oh, that was fun.